can ask.
Hello, Shubman. Good luck for the series, and it's a year since you have taken over as India's captain. So can you just tell us about the leading over the last 1 year and how comfortable you are with the leadership role as of now?
Very comfortable with the role I'm acting. Hi. Very comfortable with the role, and I think the kind of way we've been progressing in the past 1 year has been very pleasing to see in my perspective, and I think we are taking all the right steps in the right direction. And obviously, the main goal is to play the World Test Championship final, which is next year, and we have got about 9 tests, and I think we have to win around 6 or 7 to be able to have a good chance at qualifying. So in terms of that, I think this is a very important series for us, and we have had the right kind of preparation leading up to the series.
Hi Shubman, good luck for the series. Shubman, after the South Africa series last winter, you and also the head coach spoke about the importance of having proper preparations and a longer preparation time, a longer turnaround time from white ball cricket to red ball cricket. So here you have landed, I mean, you have a pretty good preparation time. So is it something you took it forward to the BCCI, and also going ahead, will we see this being a trend?
So if we do have an opportunity, and if the scheduling allows us to have at least a week or 10 days before the test match starts, it obviously helps with the preparation, And even last year we had a quite busy schedule in terms of traveling, playing in England, then playing the Asia Cup, then playing the test matches in India, going to Australia, and then playing the test match within 4 days within the 4 days from coming back from Australia. So it's never easy for the players, to be able to adapt, and most of the players in this team, I think they require a bit of time to be able to adjust with the conditions, and it's not like a lot of the players have a lot of matches or a lot of experience under their belt, so the extra time in preparation definitely helps.
We'll take few questions from this side, and then we'll gradually move to this side. Yes.
Shubman, this side, yeah. Shubman, you join elite company with Mansoor Ali Khan, Patodi, Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, and now Virat Kohli, as you will be captaining India in the 600th test match. So how big of a milestone it is, and how do you feel, since the WTC cycle is also starting, a lot of milestones coming in and you're captaining, and also with these big names?
It's a very big honor and privilege, any test match that you captain for your country, and any test match that you lead for your country. Obviously, leading my country in our 600 test match is a big honor and privilege for me, and doing that on Independence Day, it's even more special for us.
Shubman, it's the 50th test match here at Galle. What is the most striking thing for you when you first walk into the stadium, and did you get a chance to have a look at the stadium from the fort?
No, I actually haven't had a chance to look at the stadium from the fort, but when I think we first came in on the 11th, and I was going out for dinner here in that area, and I saw the stadium while in the car, and I think it has a really spectacular view. The beach is right next there, and then the fort is in front of the stadium. There aren't that many stadiums in the world that has a view like this, so it's very special to be able to play in such a historic stadium.
A question each for both the captains. Here, Dhananjay. Indian team and Sri Lankan team haven't played much of Test cricket for last so many years. So does that inexperience going to make an effect? That is a question for you. And you answer that first, then I will ask Shubman.
Okay. It depends, as Shubman said, how you prepare for a test series, and how many days you will get for prepare for a test series. And yeah, the both teams haven't met recently, but the analyzing part will be done before the series, and it will be not easy, but yeah, it will be a good match maybe.
शुभमन, आपने बोला कि ये सीरीज़ इम्पोर्टेंट है. मेरा सवाल ये है कि हमारे मेन बैटर्स प्रैक्टिस में भी एक बॉल नहीं डालते बॉलिंग करते हुए, तो क्या बॉलर्स के ऊपर ये दबाव डालना अच्छा होगा कि उनको भी थोड़ी बैटिंग करनी चाहिए, क्योंकि टेस्ट मैच जीतने के लिए 20 विकेट्स टाइम पे लेना ज़रूरी है, तो मेन बॉलर्स को उसके ऊपर ध्यान पूरा देना ये इम्पोर्टेंट रहेगा या नहीं?
सर क्या है ना कि किसी बैट्समैन की बॉलिंग तभी आती है जब दूसरी टीम 400-500 रन पे खेल रही है, तो इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि उस टाइम बैट्समैन विकेट निकाले या नहीं निकाले, बट बॉलर की बैटिंग आनी है। अगर आप टेस्ट में, स्पेशली टेस्ट मैच में जहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो कि दूसरी टीम को ऑल आउट करना पड़ेगा, तो नंबर 7, 8, 9 इवन 10 का भी पता है कि उनकी बैटिंग मोस्टली 10 में से 9 टेस्ट मैच में आएगी, तो उनका वो 10 रन, 20 रन, 30 रन वो कंट्रीब्यूशन भी इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाती है, स्पेशली फर्स्ट इनिंग में। और इवन मोर सो जब सब कॉन्टिनेंट में खेल रहे हैं, आपको पता है कि डे 4, डे 3, 5 पे टेस्ट मैच बहुत तेज़ी से मूव ऑन करता है, तो कोशिश रहती है कि अगर नीचे वाले भी थोड़ा ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूट करें तो ऑपोजिशन के लिए भी वो डिफिकल्ट रहता है, बिकॉज बहुत अनोइंग होता है कि जब नीचे वाले टेल एंडर आके रन बनाते हैं 15, 20, 30, तो वो चीज़ कैरी फॉरवर्ड होती है, वो मोमेंटम अगली इनिंग में भी कैरी फॉरवर्ड होती है, तो उस चीज़ की ट्राई रहती है कि कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे तो अच्छा है।
We'll take 2 questions from this side and then we'll gradually move to this side.
Shubman, you have 3 settled batters in your top 4 with KL, Yashasvi and yourself, but the number 3, the uncertainty with number 3 somehow continues, whether through form or injury. As a captain, how do you view that? Is that something that you would hope solved soon? How do you see that in terms of who to sort of give a long rope to? How do you view that?
So it's all about, obviously we have players that have immense potential and skill, and it's not always easy, batters coming in, and obviously we want them to succeed from the first inning or from the first test match, but players are going to grow at their own time, and if it's important to give the players that time. I also remember when I came in, I wasn't the most consistent player, but they persisted with me, and because of that I was able to succeed after a certain point. So even for the players that are coming in, not everyone is going to have huge amount of success from the first test. Some players require a little bit more time, and Devdutt and Sai is not obviously he got injured, he's not part of the series, but Devdutt is someone who's been here before, he was here with India, he did really well, and he's got all the skills and all the all the potential to be able to succeed at this in this format.
Shubman, you mentioned that there's a little bit of an experience in that bowling group with the absence of Jasprit Bumrah. Does that mean that as a captain requires you to be a little bit more creative with your plans? How have you approached it ahead of the series?
Yeah, I think definitely in any test match, because the game, the test in itself is a little bit slow, so you have to keep trying different things to be able to take wickets, especially in subcontinent wickets. You have to create opportunities, especially in day 1 and day 2. There could be a chance if there's not much happening from the wicket. So how can you create pressure? How can you not let the game slip away too much from you? So yes, having those kind of creative fields, and I think some of our bowlers, Bumrah is not here, but I think it's a really good opportunity for some of the other bowlers to really step up and have a mark on the series.
Kaushik sir.
Shubman, obviously not played test match here like many of your colleagues, but just in terms of the conditions, what are the similarities between India and Sri Lanka, for instance, and what are the differences? We talk about how it's proximal to us, but just in terms of the similarities and differences in the conditions.
A big similarity is, spinners play a huge role, and that is obviously one of the similarities playing in Sri Lanka and in India, that your spinners and your fast bowlers, when the ball gets old, they play a huge role here, and so in terms of that, there is a bit of similarity. Differences, depends where you're playing in India, because India's got different kind of soils. If here we have seen in the matches that were played recently, we saw there's good bit of bounce here in the wicket, which I would say is similar to playing kind of on a red soil wicket. So if you are playing somewhere in Bombay, I think it's a little bit closer to playing here in ball. But if you play, say, somewhere in the north where there is less bounce, the ball comes a little bit slower. Here we have seen the spinners get good bounce. There are a lot of dismissals, caught in the slips, or the closing fielders also play a huge role with that bounce.
Shubman, obviously as players, when you come to a venue, the first thing you think about is the conditions and what it's actually going to do. But does it make a difference that it's a venue like this, that it's open, that it's so beautiful? Like you've played in other grounds, Dharamsala, other parts of the world. Does it actually make any difference to the players when you come into a ground like this?
Yes, it does. Grounds which are open, wind sometimes plays a crucial part. If as a batsman, we even in our team meetings you talk about if you want to take on a spinner, we have to see if the wind is with us or against us. How can we use that condition in our favor rather than trying to go against that favor? Maybe that's one of the differences. Playing in Sri Lanka and India, most of the grounds in India are closed with the stands. Open grounds, the wind plays a huge role.
Okay. Sandeep?
शुभमन आपने बर्मिंघम में भी इस टॉपिक के ऊपर थोड़ा सा बात की थी. जैसे आपने कहा कि WTC का 9 मैचेस बाकी हैं, आपको लगभग 7 मैचेस के आसपास जीतने हैं, लगातार सीरीज़ है. तो हाउ इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू गेट योर फर्स्ट चॉइस 11, जैसे कि जसप्रीत बुमराह इस सीरीज़ में नहीं है, साई सुदर्शन इज मिसिंग आउट, तो आगे के मैचेस में ऐसा ना हो आप न्यूजीलैंड में आपको फर्स्ट चॉइस 11 मिले या फिर आप BGT में मिले, तो इसमें क्या टीम मैनेजमेंट का क्या रवैया होगा? आर यू गाइज टॉकिंग विद द स्पोर्ट्स साइंस टीम विद द हियर एंड एट द COE? तो क्योंकि इंपॉर्टेंट सीरीज़ हैं और एवरी मैच काउंट्स.
हाँ जी, हम बिल्कुल वी आर इन टच विद देम. दिस constant monitoring on players and where they are. Sai's case was quite unfortunate. It looked like he would be able to be a part of the series, but constant scans वगैरह हमने किए थे और एक एरिया में he wasn't improving as much as we expected him to. तो वो फिर sometimes आपको प्लेयर के नज़रिए से भी कॉल लेनी पड़ती है कि क्या हमको वो रिस्क लेना है. और टेस्ट मैच ऑब्वियसली 5 दिन का, अगर वनडे या T20 हो एक दिन की अलग बात होती है, बट टेस्ट मैच में आप रिस्क नहीं लेना चाहते. बट आई फील कि टेस्ट मैच में भी आपके पास और ज़्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटी होती है दूसरे प्लेयरों के पास. अगर किसी का मान लो एक दिन पहले दिन अच्छा नहीं जाता बिकॉज 5 दिन है, एक और चांस मिलता है, तो प्लेयरों के पास कमबैक का ज़्यादा मौका होता है. तो उस चांस उसको नज़र में रखते हुए हम थोड़े डिसअपॉइंटेड थे, बट इतना टीम के मोराल को हमको फ़र्क नहीं पड़ा कि हमको फर्स्ट 11 नहीं मिली. हमको ऐसा लगता है कि जो भी हमारी 15 का स्क्वाड या जो भी हम अपनी प्लेइंग 11 खिलाएंगे किसी भी कंडीशन में, वो अच्छा खेल सकती है और कहीं भी जीत सकती है.
Okay, the last 2 questions for the Indian captain.
Shubman, in the last few series, you had that luxury of having all-rounders who you could literally bat everywhere. You had Washi, you had Jadeja always been there, so Nitish Kumar Reddy. But now this series, you don't have the luxury of having those 2 all-rounders. So it's a specialist approach when you look at this series. So where do you fit in that number 8 position now? Because both you and Gauti bhai have been like a keen advocate of having some batting depth for those frustrating contributions lower down the order. With specialists more into the picture now, how do you address that piece to ensure 20 wickets and even runs are taken care of?
I think that's where someone like Manav comes in place. He's got the ability with the bat. He can bat obviously. Of course, level पे you need a bit of experience. You need some belief and confidence, and that will only come once you're out there. You're playing, you score some runs, and hopefully he does that in the series. He's someone with a great skill with bowling, and he's got the potential to be able to be a really good number 8 batsman as well.
We'll take the last question for Indian captain.
Captain, firstly, KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja are the only 2 members who played the 2017 series. Have you taken any inputs from them regarding how to bat, or the bowlers? This is a relatively newer spin attack, so have the bowlers been taking advice from Jadeja as well? And how big a headache is it to pick one between Gurnoor and Prasidh?
Yes, in group discussions they do talk about their experiences and how the game flowed, because it's very important to know every venue, every country has a different kind of flow, how you play there. And they did talk about that. And it was the second question.
Gurnoor and Prasidh, how big a headache is it?
It's they both are very skilled bowlers, and they bowled really well in the practice match. We have seen how good Gurnoor is, with the old ball when nothing is happening, you need that bit of extra pace, extra bounce. He's obviously very tall as well, but I think Prasidh recently has been bowling the best that I've ever seen in bowl in red ball and also in white ball. So it would be a very tough decision for us to give, but just pick one.
Sri Lanka Nayakan Prashna Hanapur, can you move the mic please?
Dana, මේ තරගය ගාල්ල ජාත්‍යන්තර ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාංගණයෙන් ඉතාමත්ම වැදගත් 50 වන ටෙස්ට් තරගය කොහොමද කණ්ඩායමක් විදියට මේ ඉන්දිය අභියෝගයට මුහුණ දෙන්නට සූදානම් වෙලා ඉන්නේ?
හොඳ සූදානමක් තියෙනවා. අත්‍තරම අපි කොළඹ ඉඳන්ම හොඳ